Hey guys, we are live. Hopefully you guys can hear me. As you can tell, I got a brand new mic. Let's see if I can put the volume up on this thing. Hey guys, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Does it sound okay? Am I too close? You guys there in the comment section. Yes, you can hear me. What does it sound like? Does it sound okay? Does it sound too loud? Comment, guys, on the comment section. I'm still playing with this mic. Yes, it sounds okay. It's good. Yeah, awesome. Okay, guys, awesome. I'm glad that you guys are able to hear me on this mic. No, you sound good. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, guys. Hey, there's Marcelo, Mirna, Ariel, Isabella, Luz, Mr. Dinosaur. I have no idea who Mr. Dinosaur is. We'll take a few minutes. Hopefully, Andrea, say what's up, buddy. We'll take a few minutes just to make sure that there's some people that are can hop on. Um, Jesus. Um, that way we can get rolling here, guys, and talk about chapter 20 today. Mr. Dinosaur. Hey, Rachel. Mr. Dinosaur is Andres. Mr. Dinosaur, the lying dog-faced pony soldier. All right. All right, guys. So, hey, a few questions, guys. I'll take a few questions. Hey, Fabiana, I'll take a few of your questions there from the comment section. If what you may have as far as grading. I know that we released a new. Hey, what's up, Tutor? I knew we released a new grading policy as far as the district, right? So if you guys have any questions right now would be the time to ask, guys. If you have any questions, I'll be able to answer them as far as questions that you may have regarding the grading policy that Sharyland is now putting out. Okay, so if you have your question, sir, I sent you the pic of my worksheet. Yes, perfect. If you send a picture of your worksheet there on Google Classroom in the comment section of the work. How can we show you that we did chapter 20 if you printed it out? If you printed it out, guys, perfect. Just take a picture there in the comment section, guys, of the work. Go ahead and post that picture there. Once you do that, mark it as done, and I'll be able to see who's done it because it is showing you as an assignment. As far as the grading policy, guys, what it is, guys, is that we're going to be giving you 2 assignments per week. Okay? 2 assignments. At the end of the week, I'm going to check to make sure that you did it, right? And what's going to happen, guys, you're either going to get a P for passing or an I for incomplete. Okay? Do I have your worksheets? Valeria Lani says, do we upload a picture on the comments? Yes, perfect. Upload your picture on the comment section. That's perfect, guys, and then mark it as done. I have seen, yes, Ariel, I have seen some of the worksheets. I have seen some of the work there. Guys, listen, for whatever reason, if you can't print it, just download it to your computer. I think that's the biggest thing. How do we take a picture on the comments? So what you can do is with your phone, excuse me, sorry, I didn't read the whole question. With your phone, guys, you should be able to have access. You should be able to have access to that, right? To your Google Classroom with your personal device. Take a picture, okay, and then upload it onto Google Classroom through that, okay. That way you can show me that you marked it as done. Okay, for the oil thing, it didn't let me download or edit. Did not give you access to it. Were some of you able to have access and some of you were not? Was that what the question is? JP, hey, what's up, JP? I finished my 2 assignments. Send you a picture of them in Google Classroom. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your work, JP. When I edited, it couldn't save. Okay, and that's okay. If it doesn't save, that's fine. Just take a snapshot of it with your phone, right? And then do it from there. It let me edit, but when I tried saving it so I could send it, it would not save. And that's okay, guys. If it does not allow you to save, there's two options as far as a Word document or a Google document, right? When you download it as a Word document, at the top corner, once you download, it allows you for enable editing, right? If you go ahead and click that, then that should allow you to be able to edit, right? Why can't I donate to the stream? Because I'm a non-monetized stream. This is an educational service. So I am not making any money from this, guys. I appreciate all your support. As you can see, my shirt says support local. So go out there, guys. Well, don't go out anywhere, right? But go and support as far as support your local businesses, your local restaurants, okay? But I want to donate $40. Hey, I appreciate, buddy. You want to donate $40? Donate it to a restaurant that's locally owned. Something like that. Donate that money. When are we going back to school? A question says, "Hey, buddy, I have no idea. I'm in the same boat as you until further notice. Until they tell us." Like we talked about it last week. Governor Abbott said May 4th. That's a Monday. But the more cases we get, the more we go. Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not a locally owned. It is a national restaurant chain. You wanna donate to a local restaurant? Find one, guys. I'm sure you guys can find one online. Donate to that. A buddy of mine owns this T-shirt company called Cambro, right? So my wife and I got these support local shirts. Why does everyone keep saying we are going back to school? No, nobody has said that, buddy. Whataburger is not a it's a national restaurant, not a locally owned restaurant, all right? So as far as the grading policy, remember, we're going to do 2 assignments per week, right? If you do them, you get the P for passing. If you do not complete them, right, you're going to get that I for incomplete. We'll be taking 2 weeks worth of work, right? So from today till Friday will be week 1. Next Monday to next Friday is week 2. Okay. As far as that, right? So making sure, guys, that you have that ability to just check as far as, hey, excuse me, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I'm doing my work. It's on Google Classroom. I mark it as done, right? And I'm making sure that I'm completed. Okay. Some of the questions there. What is a local restaurant? Whataburger. I just joined. Chick-fil-A. No. Squinkles. Hey, Squinkles is closed, unfortunately. My wife and I wanted to go there too. It's closed. Look them up on Facebook. If some of you guys have Facebook, I just don't just agree with one restaurant. All right. So, all right, guys. So I appreciate you guys coming in. Yes. A Curva is a locally owned restaurant. There you go. Perfect example for that, for who just posted that. All right. What is a local restaurant? So a local restaurant, guys, is a business, right, that is not a national chain, but is a business that has developed here locally, right? Is a business that is only here locally, only here in Mission, right? Only here in the Valley. For example, somebody put in the comments, Taqueria La Curva. That's a perfect example of a local business. You could also put for another example, Marco's Burgers. That's also a local business that is, here is only here in Mission, right? What's another one? Tortas Jack, the one that's right by B.O. Gray. What's another one? The tamales. I don't remember the tamales. Squinkles. There you go. Whoever put that in the comments, Squinkles. I don't know if Kudai is open. I know Kumori is a local restaurant. They are, Kumori is another one. I don't know if Kudai is open, but yes, Kudai is another restaurant like that, right? But yeah, guys, there is, just restaurants that are here locally, not necessarily a national brand. When you think of national brands, you think of Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, you know. Wait, guys, what's the name of that pizza place that's right there by school? Bucks. There we go. Bucks. I remembered. I'm sorry. Bucks Pizza, another local restaurant. There you go, guys. For tamales, Delias. There you go. That's right. Delias Tamales is another local restaurant. So if you guys, yeah, I know some of you guys wanted to get onto this stream and say, hey, I want to give to this. No, go ahead and just give to your local restaurant. But anyways, guys, we've covered that. We've covered as far as the grading policy. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. Chapter 20 today, talking about the Texas oil industry. Okay, hopefully you guys have your worksheet there in front of you, or you have the work there. All right. So glad we've talked about those things. We've talked about that. Now let's get to it. Okay. So we've talked about Texas oil industry growing, right? We're talking about petroleum. Petroleum is oil found deep in the earth that is a refined fuel, right? The oil essentially that we end up using for our vehicles and things like that, different types of machinery, it comes deeply from petroleum, found deep in the earth, right? And ends up being refined into fuel for our cars and for different machinery, right? A reserve of oil, right, is a natural resource known to exist but not yet used, right? One of the biggest things about Texas here, guys, is there is reserves here within Texas, deep underneath the earth, right? That we take out, that workers excavate, right? And essentially take them out, and we keep those and we hold on to those, right? For essentially when we may need them, or to essentially grow the supply for the United States, right? So when we talk about oil, we talk about the expansion and how everything has grown. We talk about Spindletop, right? So we have Anthony Lucas, right? Leased land to find oil at Spindletop Hill near Beaumont, Texas, which Beaumont, Texas is, just outside of Houston. It is close to Louisiana, close to that border, right? And in 1901, he hit the largest oil reserve in the world had ever seen. The Spindletop gusher shot oil 100 feet in the air for 9 straight days. So this man right here, Anthony Lucas, was able to essentially become the first explorer, I guess you can say the first big man for oil here in Texas. Now, because of this, right, people are always finding a new way how to make money, new inventions, new technology, new businesses. What is the next big thing, right? So when Anthony Lucas discovers oil, right, in Texas, we see the oil boom, right? But what is the oil boom? It's a time of great economic growth, right? The discovery at Spindletop began the first of many Texas oil booms, okay? We see that because of the oil boom, because of the money that oil is, sold for, right, and needed around the world at this time, and the creation of these inventions because of this, right, we're going to see a big upward climb of the oil boom. So the effects of Spindletop, because Anthony Lucas discovered this, people started flocking like crazy to Texas to come say, hey, we want land, we want to be able to dig, we want to be able to get oil, we want to be able to make it big like Anthony Lucas. What do we need to do? Where's the land? How can we buy it? So land prices in the area went up. One man who tried selling his land 3 years earlier for $150, right? Nowadays, we think 150, that might not be a lot, but back then, of course, because of inflation and because of essentially the times, he was trying to sell his land 3 years earlier, right, for $150, ended up selling his land for $20,000, right? 15 minutes later, that guy who had bought the land for $20,000 sold it for $50,000. Okay, it's showing you the supply and demand of what people wanted at this time there. So essentially, this is how money hungry they were for this land to be able to strike it big on the oil, right? Beaumont's population, because of this, right, ended up growing from 10,000 to 50,000 in nearly a few months. 600 oil companies came and were created, including some of the famous ones that you may know now, Texaco, Mobil, Exxon. They all end up coming from this beginning grassroots of these oil companies. Oil ends up replacing lumber as the number one Texas industry and producing millions and millions of gallons a year. Maybe some of you guys may know somebody who works in the refineries, or you may know somebody who works in the pipelining industry nowadays. You may have a parent or a relative or an aunt or an uncle who does not work, essentially does not live here, but works away in this industry, guys. It is a very, very, is a very, very popular industry as far as that, because of the supply and demand. We need to be able to transport oil, gases, and things of that nature from point A to point B. So these supplies, right, need to be able to transport it. So that's why the creation of jobs comes to that, right? So with that, right, we think, oh, well, what's going to be the cost now of oil, right? Spindletop ended up producing so much oil that it sold for only 3 cents a barrel in 1901, which is not a lot. Right now, I don't know exactly the numbers that they're going for right now, the barrel, but 3 cents a barrel, guys, that's dirt cheap for gas. As a result of this, right, as a result, the demand for oil increased and drilling expanded, right? Drilling expanded all over Texas, guys, not just in that eastern part of Texas. Nowadays, we see drilling, and we call it fracking now. It's called fracking. You can look it up on Google, right? It's called fracking. It's called drilling, right? Where the supply and demand for that is huge. So because of this, people are trying to get their hands on as much land as possible to be able to drill and say, hey, I want that ability to make that money. Okay. So with that, guys, we see the creation of these boom towns. And a boom town was a town that experienced a major increase in population due to the rapid economic growth, right? So because of this, as oil drilling increased, boom towns grew around successful oil wells. Okay, these areas quickly grew with a large urban population. So because of these boom towns essentially coming in, for example, like Spindletop, like Beaumont, right? Boom, we see oil, we see the oil come in, boom, and we see people flocking to this area because they want to buy the land around it to be able to essentially make money, right? So as oil drilling increased, the successfulness of these boom towns increased, right? And the urban population was coming from essentially the outside in to be able to take over. Now, because of all this oil happening, coming along, the supply of it, all this oil, what are we going to do with it? Well, we see the creation of these refineries. Refineries is a plant where raw petroleum is purified and made into gasoline. Okay. These refineries were built near oil fields, right? And by 1925, there were 1,925 refineries in Texas. Okay. There was a lot of refineries. There was a lot of oil fields. There was a lot of people coming as fast as they could to be able to find these abilities to make money. Okay. $26 per barrel. Is that right now? Is that a live? I've seen a couple of comments. Is that a live 26, 23 cents? All right, 63 cents. So with this, how are they going to be able to move these oil barrels, right? So what the Texas Railroad Commission ends up doing, guys, is to control the price of oil. This Texas and U.S. government set up the Texas Railroad Commission to regulate. We see the first regulation of the oil producers and how much they could supply. They're essentially trying to control and suppress, hey, ho, you're making too much money. All right, we need to control the market. We need to regulate how much is going to be moved, when it's going to be moved, how it will be moved, and how it will be taken care of, right? So with the transportation, right, the oil boom led to the development of the automobile, okay? The automobile, guys, essentially the cars that we drive every single day, which was first seen in Texas in the year 1900, okay? This led to an improvement of roads and the building of highways, motels, restaurants, and gas stations throughout, okay? This was essentially the Texas oil industry, guys. We see from its grassroots creation, right, how it was because of one man, Anthony Lucas, decided to drill and look for oil, and boom, this is how the Texas oil industry starts. It starts from Spindletop and it flows from there. All right. So with that being said, guys, we'll take a few more minutes for any questions that you have. As far as the Texas oil industry, as far as grading, as far as anything you may have, I'll take a few minutes for your questions for that. Those of you that are in the comment section, okay? Can we see your dog? My dog is asleep right now, but he did not want to hear the chapter 20 lesson. So we take a pic, attach. Yes. Take a picture, attach it to the comment section of the chapter 20 and post it. Okay. So also, guys, with the other assignment that is posted, right, that is also due on Friday. That is essentially what items are made from petroleum and which items are not. We'll be discussing that on Thursday at 1 p.m. on our weekly live here. I shared it with you. Is that okay? Yeah, that's perfect. Just if you shared it with me, that's perfectly fine. Just make sure that you go back and mark it as done on your Google Classroom, okay? All right, we'll take about 2 more minutes, guys, but it has to be through the app to attach it. Yes. Can it be through Safari? I don't know about check Safari. If it doesn't work, do it through your app. Okay. So if we turn in an assignment on time, it's automatically 100. I cannot answer that question. I will find out for you, okay, as soon as I can. But all I know is that if you have completed the assignment, I will check it. I will give you feedback, right? And it is a completed assignment, okay? Right now, as far as the grading policy, it's either you did it, it's a passed, like as far as you completed the assignment, or you did not complete the assignment, it's incomplete. But as far as that grading question, I will get back to you on Thursday, okay? All right, about another minute, guys, before we wrap up here for today. And then, wait, I am confused. About which part? Which part? Let me know. Write the questions there, and I will answer them for you guys, okay? As best as I can. All of it. Oh, okay. So remember, you have 2 assignments. Okay, we have 2 assignments this week. You have to make sure that they are completed. Make them done. Can Coach Signs come to the live stream? What live stream? Anyways, hey, two assignments that got to be completed before the end of the week. Next week, you're going to have another 2 assignments. If those 4 assignments, are completed, then you will get a P for passed. If you do not have any of the assignments completed, then boom, it will not count. How do I send a picture just to you? You can email it to me. If you decide to email the if you decide to email me the picture, right? Make sure that you put your name on it, right? And then go back, and on Google Classroom, essentially mark that assignment as done. Okay. Hey, here's another question for you guys, and maybe you guys can comment on this there in the comment section. I've been doing the YouTube lives, right? Okay, on Google Classroom, take a pic, then click on attach, click on import from camera roll, boom. There you go. That is correct, Luce. There you go. All right, so we got about 14 people. We had about I think 22 tops on here today. Question, I'm gonna ask you guys here, comment on the comment section. What do you guys think about doing a Google Meets? A Google Meets. Doing a Google Meets maybe either Thursday or next week. Let me know there in the comment sections. Yes, 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 sure, yes, yes, please. Yes, we do that for math. Yeah, sure. Guys, hey, look, we need to get some more people on here. We need to make sure that everybody is at least watching, doing something, So, okay, I'll send out a little survey there on Google, little questionnaire. That way we can see if Google Meets will indeed do this. If not, we'll go forward with YouTube. Okay. They're all asleep. Everybody's asleep. Wow, it's guys, it's 1 o'clock. We need to wake up and do something today. Get outside, walk, do something. Stay active, guys. Okay. So with that being said, all right. This was hey, we covered the questions as far as the grading. We have covered as far as what our job is, as far as our assignments, right, and the grading policy. And we've covered the Texas oil industry, chapter 20. Okay. On Thursday, we will be covering the assignment, talk about any other questions you may need. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me, send me a message on Google Classroom. Okay. With that being said, hey, guys, stay safe. God bless y'all. And this is Coach Signs signing out.